What's going on, guys? Orange Form coming at you guys today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Detroit Lions, and they have been picked to be on the HBO special Hard Knocks in 2022 this year. There will be 5 episodes starting August 9th. That's a Tuesday at 10 p.m. With additional 1 hour episodes leading up to the start of the year in early September. I believe it's like September 6th. I believe right there. It's a look into the training camp and stuff that as Lions fans, I think this is a good thing. I think this is a really good thing that happened to for the Detroit Lions. It was going to be either the New York Jets, the Carolina Panthers, or the Detroit Lions, and we got picked to represent HBO. HBO is going to represent us, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. Now, I know there's a lot of negativity towards this from some Lions fans. They're not into the hard knocks. They're not into the distractions. You know, there's a lot of camera crew. There's all kinds of people around because they go into the meeting rooms. They go into the training rooms. They go into your living quarters, your practice field. They see, you know, what you're all about. And some people aren't really into that. You know, the negativity is there. 97.1 the ticket. Guys like Rico Beard. There's no superstars out there. Why would we want to watch that? Well, you know, they're trying to represent this city, man. They're trying to put a name on what Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell are trying to accomplish here. Now, these guys haven't really done anything just yet. We're just scratching the surface into the second year. So I think people need to really calm down. They need to embrace this. I think this is good for the city, good for the fan base, and it's great for the organization. You have a team here that has just had bad luck, just hasn't been a good football team for a number of years, okay? Number of years. Haven't been really a good football team since like 2014. You know, we had a little bit of a run there with 2011, 2014, 2017, where we made the playoffs, small little windows there. And then haven't done anything in a long time since then. Even the 2000s were no good. The early 2000s were no good. The early 90s, you know, we had some good teams in the 90s. But this hard knocks thing is just, it's a good time. It's a feel good thing for the city and for the fan base. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to look into these guys on how they live their everyday life during training camp. Training camp can be grueling. Training camp can't be, you know, it's not a fun time. So maybe these guys will be a little bit more relaxed at times. Some guys might not like it. Some guys will embrace it. But, you know, talk about some guys on the offensive side that will embrace this will be guys like Jamal Williams. This guy is a character in himself, a self-proclaimed nerd, a hard-working running back, came from Green Bay. I think this is his first time on Hard Knocks. Yeah, because I don't know if Green Bay's ever done it. I'm sure they have, but I don't remember ever seeing him. But I could be wrong. But he's an eccentric guy. He's a fun dude. And he's a hard worker, and you're going to get to see the inner workings of Jamal Williams. You know, Craig Reynolds coming over here with the Netflix and chill, becoming a fan favorite, working hard, running hard. Going to see a little bit how his story unfolded. Jared Goff, this is like his 3rd time on Hard Knocks. Once as a rookie as LA, and then again he did back in 2020 when he was with the Rams still, and they did a dual combo with the Chargers and the Rams, and he was part of that too as well. And he's got a really good looking girlfriend. Okay, so that's probably going to be featured too as well on how they interact, on what goes on in their lifestyle too. So you're going to see some of that. You're going to see his wide receiver Corey Amon-Ra St. Brown, how much of a hard worker he is. He is a workaholic. He's a guy that it's contagious. So you're going to see how hard he works. You might see some Josh Reynolds. DJ Chark comes over. He just has a brand new baby. He's a family man. He's a young kid that has the potential to be have a breakout season if he can stay healthy. We get to see him in training camp as well. TJ Hawkinson on the offensive side of the ball as well. Another guy that's a little bit eccentric. He got his hair grown down long. He's into wrestling with his boy George Kittle. They do the tight end university, that tight end U that they do, and you might see even a little bit of George Kittle on there. You just never know on how they split that up. The offensive line, Penei Sewell, an emerging superstar. We get to see his work ethic, his culture, his Samoan background. So it's going to be fun to watch. And you got Frank Ragnow, one of the best centers in the league, who's an outdoorsman, into hunting, into fishing, into all kinds of things. So, and he's one of the best centers in the league as well. With Taylor Decker, seems like a pretty wild guy too, with all the tats. OSU guy, he's pretty out there too as well. So it's going to be fun to watch that offensive side of the ball and how they interact with each other. The defensive side of the ball, you got some guys like Romeo Okwara and his brother Julian, the Okwara boys. How do they interact with each other? They live together. What's going on there? There's going to be some back and forth probably between those two guys as well. And that's going to be fun to see that as well. Levi and Muzurike, who's a little bit out there too. He had actually a YouTube channel that I was following last year before, just after he got drafted. He had a few episodes on there. He didn't have a lot. I didn't really see if he continued that, but I watched some of his stuff. So he's a guy that's not afraid of the camera either. And guys like, the linebacker room, you're going to have guys like Alexander Zalone, newly acquired Jared Davis, who's just coming back. He was a former Lion before, coming back into the fold now with this new regime. So we're going to get a little bit of backstory on how that happened as well too. He went to New York Jets, didn't really do well there, obviously, and now he's back with the Lions. Jeff Okudah and his rehabilitation. How is he ahead? Is he behind schedule? How's he looking right now? And you're going to get some story behind that as well too. It looks like he's ahead of schedule, and that's good to see. This safety room with Tracy Walker, he's kind of eccentric too as well too. If you actually watched some interviews with him, he's a guy that gives 0 Fs. He's kind of out there too. He just got paid some money, so we're going to see what kind of swag that he represents, and let's see what he's all about. But this is going to be really interesting. Then you got Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes are two guys that we've been told that these two guys pretty much share the same brain. They don't do anything without each other when it comes to the Detroit Lions, and one won't go over the other's head. So that's what you kind of want to hear and see. I want to see how these two interact with each other. I want to see how these two interact with players on the field and off the field. So it's going to be on the field, off the field stuff, and I think we have some guys that can make you want to tune in. It's going to be a really interesting show. It's our favorite team, so I don't know how people that's Lions fans could just be against this. I just don't understand it. You don't want to tune in, don't tune in, but don't mock it, don't make fun of it. It really doesn't make any sense. There, hosted by Lieb Schreiber, been doing this for like his 16th time, pretty much narrating Hard Knocks, and it's going to be fun, man. He's saber-toothed, man, so that's pretty cool as well too. We're going to have the rookies. There's going to be rookies coming in. Free agency wasn't all that great. They're still not done with free agency, so let's not kid ourselves right there. We still got some money left over, and there's going to be the draft. The guys are going to be getting dropped again, so that's going to be another phase of free agency. And we're going to see new faces, especially rookies. We've got the number 2 overall pick. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Thibodeau? Is it going to be Aiden Hutchinson? Who is it going to be? Like, I don't even know. Are they going to trade back? Are they going to shock the world, take a quarterback? What are they going to do? So we're going to see rookies in there, some new free agent faces, some familiar faces, obviously. And I think we're going to see a fun Dan Campbell, who's a guy that just, this is pretty much what he's meant for. People like to make fun of Dan Campbell, but I think we're going to get behind the scenes and look on how he handles practice, how he handles the meeting rooms, how he handles his players on a one versus one basis. I think we're going to see a lot of Dan Campbell, and we're going to get a real good feel of Dan Campbell. No more of this mocking Dan Campbell because he got this Neanderthal attitude, man. He's a former football player, you know what I mean? And speaking of former football players, look at this coaching staff. That's going to be fun in itself. You guys got Aaron Glenn. We're going to have Antoine Randall, Mark Brunell, Hank Fraley, Deuce Staley. There's all kinds of guys out there. It's if those guys could suit up, they would beat any coaching staff probably right now and in a game of football. So we're loaded with football coaches. We're loaded with football players. I think it's going to be a fun time for the city, a fun time for the fan base, and I think it's going to be some really nice exposure for the organization. So we need to embrace this, guys. It's going to be fun. Starting August 9th, 10 o'clock p.m. on a Tuesday, diving into the training camp to see what's going on there and on the facilities, off the facilities. So it's going to be fun time, man. Make sure you tune in. It's going to be fun. Can't wait for it. I'm very excited for this. Go Lions. Let's go. Hard Knocks coming to you in 2022. Boom.